Welcome to day 5 of the 21-day mindset reboot challenge. I hope you guys have gotten a lot so far out of the first 4 days. And today we're going to be talking about comfort zones. Before we start, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of the days to come. All right, I'm sure you have all heard plenty about comfort zones, but why do most of us choose to live in the comfort zone? I would say the number one reason that we live in our comfort zone is because of perfectionism. And the reason is because in our comfort zone, we know we are less likely to make a mistake. We know in our comfort zone, we're less likely to embarrass ourselves. We know in our comfort zone that we can predict our outcomes for the most part. And all of that equates to not wanting to make a mistake, not wanting to feel embarrassment, or not wanting to risk an unpredictable outcome is perfectionism. What we're doing is we're keeping ourselves small or playing small so that we don't have to experience any of the negative effects that happen from making mistakes and trying new things. But if you choose to stay in your comfort zone and never leave your comfort zone, then where you're at in your life today is as far as you're going to get. Let that sink in. If you don't step outside of your comfort zone, how far you've come is as far as you're going to get. So I'm sure some of you have seen this image before. Here's your comfort zone, and here's greatness. Greatness lives outside of your comfort zone. So, if you're so comfortable, how do you start stepping outside of the zone? It starts small. It starts somewhere. I know for me, about 2 years ago, I decided to get comfortable or start getting comfortable being on video. Now, believe it or not, a couple years back, if you put a video camera on me in any way, shape, or form, I would clam up and could not get a sentence out. So I would sound something like this, like, and I would basically shoo cameras away. I didn't mind still shots, but video just completely wigged me out. I could not get a full sentence out on video. And so I decided that was something I was going to overcome. And I started just doing, social media, short videos. I'm a hairdresser. So I was showing little tutorials, how to curl your hair, how to do different hairstyles, and it was so uncomfortable. But I think it was Rachel Hollis that said, you want to make all of the mistakes when you have a small following. You don't want to make all those mistakes when you have thousands of followers, right? So at that time, I'm like, I had like 250 friends on Instagram or followers on Instagram. And 250 people is not nothing, but it's, if I embarrass myself, it's no big deal, right? And I started releasing videos like every week, sometimes twice a week. And after, the first handful of videos, I learned that even if it was somewhat embarrassing, I didn't die, nothing bad happened. And so the more you expose yourself to it, the more you know the next time you can do it again. So same thing when I started working on set and television, one of the things that I had always been held back or held myself back about was braiding. I just told myself I wasn't good at braiding. It's not my thing. And I would, in the salon at least, I would send clients to my colleagues instead of taking them myself if it had to do with braiding. And working on set and television, I realized like, oh my gosh, these hairstyles, these more fun hairstyles that are trending come up a lot more often in television because they want to be on trend. They want to be current. And so if I'm not keeping up with the trends, then I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose out on these opportunities. So I started by braiding my kids' hair. Like every time they took a bath, I basically made them get their hair braided. And, they didn't love it, but they also didn't mind if I made it look a little wonky, right? So I just exposed myself over and over and over again until one day I had talent in my chair who wanted some sort of fun style with a braid, and I did it, and I was scared. I was like sweating. I was like, oh my gosh, because obviously it's scary to have your work go on television and up close, whatever shots. And so, but it worked out, and she loved it. And from there, I started doing a different type of braid almost every week for television. And if I hadn't started somewhere, it would have never happened, right? So my advice to you is it doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay to make a mistake. Find something every week, at least once a week, that you can do to get out of your comfort zone. Now, I'm not talking jump out of an airplane. I'm talking get out of your comfort zone in a way that's going to move the needle in your life closer to where you want to be. Maybe that means networking. Maybe that means reaching out to people who are in your network already, who you don't reach out to because you don't want to be a burden. Maybe that means speaking publicly. Maybe that means making videos. Whatever it is, find one thing every week that you can challenge yourself to get out of your comfort zone on. So since the topic is today, pull out your journal and just start brainstorming all the different things that you haven't done or you haven't tried because you're living in your comfort zone. And decide what is the next one thing you're going to do. What is the next one thing that you're going to do to challenge yourself to get out of your comfort zone? And I promise you, if you do this every week, feeling uncomfortable becomes more comfortable. So I hope you enjoyed the topic of the day. My name is Stephanie Hamatu. I also lead a live virtual group coaching class called Personal Power. So if you're interested in learning more about that, go ahead and click the link. And I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 6 of the 21 Mindset Reboot Challenge.